I'm going to grade the back of the skirt using the movement method this time. So just sticking my page down so that it doesn't move around. I've got the size 10 marked out already. You can see I've got a little grid here. That grid, each of those little squares is 3 millimeters, so it's already, you know, in increments that I can work with to increase or decrease the size of my skirt pattern. I'm going to do the larger size first. You'll see I've got my X and my Y axis, and I've also transferred the Y axis onto my skirt so that whenever I lay up the two pattern shapes one on top of the other, or the traced out one with the pattern on top, you can see that that's aligning with my Y axis as well as my X axis. So my first movement is to increase between the hip and the waist 6 millimeters. So I'm moving that -6. Two of those little squares gives me -6, and I'm lining up my X and my Y axis with the -6. For my dart, there's only a single dart, so my coordinates are -6 and 6, and I'm moving out on the X -6 and on the Y 6. So -6, +6, just marking around that top section of the dart. The next corner here is -6 and 12.5. Just a little bit over the 12 line to give me the 12.5. Mark the corner in. Then I'm going back to 0 on the X-axis, still maintaining the width on the Y-axis, and then between here and here I need 3 millimeters growth, so down we go 3 millimeters to increase the side seam length. I'm going to trace all the way around my split, and then I'm coming back on the Y-axis to 0, but still 3 millimeters on the X. So my coordinates are 3 and 0. And there you can see I've got all the little parts traced out, so now it's just a matter of connecting them up. And for that curved section, I'm just going to go halfway between two little sections that I've marked out, and that'll maintain the shape of my curve. Same here at the waist. So halfway between the little sections that I've marked out. And I forgot to do my drill hole for my darts, so I'll just go back to here and mark in the drill hole as well. So there's my drill hole for the size 12. And the other one was size 10. And the next one will be a size 8. So to make it bigger, I made it -6 and 0 for the first move. This time it will be +6 and 0, because I want to shorten the distance from here to here. So if I start off aligning Aligning my pattern with the base size that's drawn out. -6 becomes a +6 and 0. We mark in. Then we have +6 and a -6. So to make it bigger, it was -6 positive. This time we flip those values and we make it +6, -6. For the corner, it'll be -6 and 12.5. Sorry, it'll be, for the smaller size, +6 and -12.5. I know what I'm doing, it's just that I'm confusing what I'm saying. And then back to 0 on the X, but still maintaining our 12.5 width. Between here and here we want to shorten it. So instead of moving in a positive direction, I'm moving in a negative direction. And I'm maintaining that 12.5 width. And I'm going to just trace all the way around. A bit out there. And yeah, I've got a -3 and 0. So again, there's all my parts. And again, I forgot to mark the drill hole. Okay, I'll just go back and do that. Alright, there's my drill hole now. So again, I'll just connect all of those little shapes that I've traced out. We're trying to replicate the shape of the size 10, the original size. So I'm just going halfway between each little section that I've drawn out and connecting through on each area. Okay, so there's the movement method on the back for size 8 and 12, larger and smaller. You can see that all the darts are on an angle. All of my hip notches are in the same position. My length is getting shorter, but the length of the split is staying the same for each size.